Back in UFC, get that W, keep
Ah,
that
man.
momentum you built up the last year.
It feels great, you know, like I mean, I had a 4-fight win streak in Invicta, but I felt like, you know, there's nothing like winning in the UFC. Like people like respect that so much more than any other win you get. So it felt really good. Finally getting that win and being able to show off my skills a little bit. I felt like I definitely could have done better. I felt like I could have knocked her out in the third. You know, I got shit to work on. So yeah, it's just gonna get better from here. I feel like.
It looked like Ashley had a tough weight cut yesterday. You know, she needed the towel and everything else. When you found that out, did that give you more confidence going into the fight, knowing she had a bit of a tough cut?
Not really, cause like I was looking online and I saw what she looked like, and she just looked like she timed it badly. You know, it didn't look like she was suffering that much. Like she still had like some meat in her cheeks and stuff. So I knew she was gonna still be big and still be like energetic and stuff. And I saw her fight with Justine. It was only on like 2 weeks notice. So like whatever she has in her, like she's just tough and scrappy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was expecting a fight still.
Was there anything that surprised you about her as an opponent?
You know, the first takedown did surprise me. I felt kind of, you know, whoop, you know, like it felt like it was way too easy. I was like, fuck, you know, what am I doing? But after that, I felt pretty good on the ground. Like, you know, she was able to hold me down, but she wasn't able to really do anything to me, and I felt good getting back on my feet. So I was just happy I was able to score enough to win all of the rounds.
That's been a part of the game where I know that you've really been like focusing on is the ground game, the takedown defense, and even getting takedowns of your own. So like, how has that felt for you as a progression? You know, how's that felt for you as a progression?
Good. I forgot I got a takedown. That's cool. Yeah, you know, it feels good. You know, I'm trying to, like, every striker goes through that where they get stunted because they fight all these grapplers who, like, you know, they will kill themselves to take you down, and like they will eat knees to the face just to take you down, and then they'll win a fight. So you know, a lot of strikers go through that where they have trouble dealing with that, like difference in like timing and you know, setting up your strikes and everything. So I definitely feel more confident after realizing I got a takedown, and just you know, getting back to my feet, being able to reverse her being on top and stuff. Like I'm really happy with that. And you know, even though I didn't knock her out, which was what I really wanted to do, I feel like this is just one step in my progression to being a more complete fighter.
Do you think going through the adversity you've been through to get back to there is kind of help you win a fight like today?
Yeah, you know, I feel like if I didn't go through the losses that I did go through, like maybe she would have edged me out on points. It's definitely made me just more scrappy, and like it's made me scramble harder. And you know, in practice, I have to move. You know, I don't want that to happen again. And when I do feel myself in the positions where I lost in the past, I start to get that anxiety. I'm like, oh God, I gotta get out of here. So yeah, that's definitely helped me improve. I feel like I'm gonna have one up on the girls who have a similar record as mine, just because they haven't fought the quality of opponents that I fought in the past.
How big a deal is to make a run, and who do you want next?
How big what?
How big a deal is to make a run in the division, and who do you want next?
Oh, I definitely want to make a run. Like that's why I came back. You know, yeah. But I think with this fight, I saw. I guess I have to watch it again. But I felt like I could have done a lot better. So you know, the more experience that I get this year and next year, the more confident I'm going to be when I do make that run. And you know, the most important thing for me is just to get back in there as soon as possible.
And as far as the next opponent, I know you kind of poked fun at Paige VanZant for that video. Is she someone you want to fight, especially since you beat your team?
Yeah, I poked fun at her, but people blew that out of proportion. But yeah, I'd totally fight her. Like I've called her out. I've called out JoJo. I've called out who else? I've called out everyone. I feel like I poked a lot of fun at Tisha after she beat me. You know, I try to only poke fun at people who I can actually fight. But there's a lot of people out there who could get it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Critical of, you know, the way the UFC's been kind of giving her a push, as opposed to some of the other fighters who've been, you know, winning and everything else. You know, do you feel like this is the type of fight that, you know, the UFC could make to kind of be like, hey, let's make this a sport?
What, me and Van Zant?
Yeah, if you guys, it seems like a good match.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'll totally fight her though. Like that'd be fun. I think it'd be a fun fight. That's what they like to call Van Zant fights. Fun fights.
Why
Why didn't?
Why not? Why don't you think it's gonna happen?
Because I'll punch her in the face, and then that's like her thing. Having a nice face. But yeah, yeah.
You think she's more model than fighter?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. She's actually a lot tougher than people give her credit for. You know, she's kind of like Yoder in the sense where she's really scrappy and she doesn't stop. Like, she doesn't quit. So I think it's easier to actually tap Van Zant than to knock her out because she kind of does those, like, boosh and then comes forward again. So, yeah, I think it would be a good fight. I think I'd win that fight. But, you know, it's really up to the UFC to see whose names I get to pick from, and you know I'll pick whoever's the most popular one and fight them.
Where would you put yourself in the top 5, top 10? Where would you rank yourself?
I don't know. I think I'd rank myself higher after my last fight, but after this one, I feel like I had a lot of little things I could have improved on. So I don't know. The rankings are random. Like I don't know, the 12. 30, I don't know.
Could you explain what happened with the Catwoman costume?
Black
Not
Panther.
Catwoman. Not Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Whoa,
Oh my
whoa.
God.
Nerd
Aren't you
alert.
supposed to be like some kind of nerd
What?
yourself?
I'm not a nerd. I'm proud to not be a nerd.
Oh no, WWE nerd or something.
It's
Yeah,
from
right?
the Avengers.
Sorry. It's like Black
from-
Panther, like
yeah.
Black
the
Panther,
power?
like the Marvel character,
Never heard of it.
the black one.
Sorry.
It's awesome. It's really awesome. They're making a movie, and there's been a lot of hype for it, I guess, in my world. So I was really excited to dress up as that. I felt like, you know, it'd be cool to represent the movie coming out, and just it's an awesome character. He's a king of his tribe in Wakanda. Is like this like ancient African tribe that has all this. It has like a really great natural resource. I think it's the same thing Iron Man's suit's
They're
made out of.
vibranium or something.
Vibranium,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. See? Hey, nerd, high five. He's the richest superhero in Marvel, but no one knows his name, man. It's the struggle. So, so I thought it'd be cool to dress up as him and, you know, rep the movie. And, you know, I have a lot of fun dressing up as different characters for my weigh-ins. It kind of just gets me in the mood to fight and, like, lets me, like, take on this character that I bring into the cage. So yeah, that's what that was about.
So what happened? You brought the costume and they said no?
Yeah, they were hounding me because of my Sagat thing that I did last time.
Okay.
So they're like, is there anything that you're planning to do? Anything you're going to wear? Any extra non-Reebok? And, like, I thought about not telling them, but then I told them. And,
What if you
and they
just
told
weren't-
me no at the last minute.
Were they unhappy of the cigar?
I don't think they were unhappy. It was just they didn't know. So I think they just wanted to know what was going to happen so they could
You had made
not let it
So
happen.
what you keep wearing, you just gotta clear it beforehand?
Yeah, like a lot of people give them what they're gonna do or planning on doing, and then they say yes or no. So.
But since you told them before, they still said no?
Yeah, they said not approved. I think it was probably like a copyright thing or something, but who
Could
knows?
you-
Did they pay you?
What's that?
right.
I
that's
know,
what said.
right?
Yeah,
Reebok
that's what I said.
man. I could
Reebok-
be
Reebok
Reebok
man.
woman. Just have a big like triangle head.
the
Maybe
movie-
that's what I'll do this time.
Panther.
Triangle head
Did the movie pay you
girl.
to dress up as the character?
What's
or
that?
was this something you just did on your own? Like, was it a sponsorship thing?
No,
You just
it's
did it on
just
your own.
something I've been doing for a while.
Because I saw that you tagged Marvel and stuff on Twitter. Did they?
Yeah.
Did
I
you
just
hear-
tagged him to like get him to look at it.
okay.
Hey guys, it's like
Did they
when like
respond?
when trolls tag you and shit. Like
Did you get anything back?
No, but we'll see. I got a lot of likes, you know,
Sure.
so it was cool that I was at least able to get people to see it. So that was cool.
How important are these costumes to your persona as a fighter? And how much do you think that they're missing out on an opportunity for
Whoa.
you to sort of brand yourself and create this
They're going
this
at it.
unique identity?
Yeah, you know, I was happy I was able to build that kind of identity in Invicta. And it was cool to see the difference between like you know, I did it like 4 times in Invicta. It got a little bit of play, but when I did that one in the UFC, the Sagat one, like people went crazy. So it just kind of showed me how expansive the UFC machine is, like the UFC media machine is, and I was hoping that I'd be able to do the same thing again, but you know, unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. So I don't know. It'd be nice if they were able to, like, you know, lax on it a bit, just so the fighters could try to build some hype for it, because I feel like doing something interesting like that is gonna reach more people than just trying to mean mug and push your opponent and hit him before you're actually fighting the next day, or at least different fans from that. So yeah, it'd be nice, but you know, you gotta play the game and do what you're told and all that.
If you
Fun,
incorporated
boring
Reebok,
The next
though.
time that comes around,
Yeah.
you're not gonna pitch another costume?
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maybe I just won't tell him. No.
If you incorporate Reebok with it, though, like let's say you're with Black Panther with the collar, the
Reebok
headpiece,
woman.
all of that, and the Reebok shirt, like would they approve that?
I have no idea. I think I need to like call somebody and actually have a conference with them and be like, "Hey guys, I want to do something fun, but you guys keep saying no. So what should I do?" So yeah, maybe I'll try to do that and I'll get back to you guys, let you know how it went.
Cool.
And what was your walkout song tonight? 'Cause you change it all. You change it all the time, right?
Yeah, I changed it. It was Manowar. It was shit. What was it? Yeah, Battle Hymn. Battle Hymn. Yeah. It was. I like that song. Sometimes I play it while I'm playing Battlefield, and I do better. I get better kill streaks. So
Nerd.
yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey.